And then on June 20th, while he was working at the Maricopa County Elections Department, Ringfield is accused of taking a security fob from the Maricopa County Tabulation and Election Center. Says he exceeded authority, caused the disruption of Maricopa County computer system, and I'm sure that's going to be by taking the key fob. Walter Alfonso. Fieldworks, which is different than Field and Media Corp. Questions about the Arizona alleged fob thief and Fieldworks, which is an organization that is allegedly connected to Field and Media Corp, but we don't know if it is ultimately connected. We'd have to look into that a little bit further. But this was flagged for us by Carolyn Wren, and you can see we see some interesting things happening here. Mike Manusco posted about this from Monroe County, saying that in Pennsylvania there was a company called Field and Media Corp, a subsidiary of Field Corp. So Field Corp is the parent. Field and Media Corp is the subsidiary Arizona-based organization working out of Lancaster County. They say they were there in Pennsylvania registering a bunch of people to vote illegally. 30 irregular forms. Those forms were segregated and transferred out. The broader investigation continues with reference to Field Corp's involvement. Our office is in regular contact, and so questions remain. Field and Media Corp. Now, what Carolyn flagged for us is this fellow, Walter Ringfield Jr., is the individual who got arrested for taking a key fob, allegedly, and he was charged here in Arizona with a number of different crimes, and he's got some priors too, but you can see these were the charges that he got hit with from our county attorney, Rachel Mitchell. She said he's got a bunch of charges. Now, this was an interesting case because we heard about him back when this happened in July, taking a key fob, but there were some other things they charged him with. So he got indicted. There were a couple direct complaints. He was captured on a surveillance, removing $9,500 worth of vintage jewelry from mannequins at a Phoenix art museum. Okay, so that was on July 1st, got submitted, but on May 20th, they got him. On June 15th, he was captured on video at the Arizona State Legislature, walking through a secured area, removing 7 challenge coins and 3 coasters. And then on June 20th, while he was working at the Maricopa County Elections Department, Ringfield is accused of taking a security fob from the Maricopa County Tabulation and Election Center. Right? That's the big one. And so the question I think may be, like, once they caught him here, they may have also closed these other cases. Like, I don't think he was probably a wanted person, but his case is currently pending. Trial is not scheduled until after the election. These were the original charges. You can see not a lot of detail in here. Says on June 15th, he did go into the Arizona Senate, took some real property, and was charged. That's it. We had another complaint here. Theft, which is a class 3 felony. That's the vintage jewelry from the Phoenix Museum. And then this is the computer tampering indictment, which came down. Count 1, computer tampering. Says he exceeded authority, caused the disruption of Maricopa County computer system, and I'm sure that's going to be by taking the key fob. Walter Alfonso. Without authority, recklessly disrupted the system. Critical infrastructure, denial of a network. All right. So this is an interesting case as well. We're going to keep our eye on that one. Now, there were some allegations maybe that this company was connected to Field Corp. Don't know. Fieldworks is listed here. Fieldworks is an innovative grassroots and voter contact strategy organization. This one actually looks a lot more legitimate. So if we're just connecting the dots here, I think that it is Fieldworks, which is different than Field and Media Corp. Now there looks like Field Corp, the company here in Arizona. When I did a search for that, that is here. So Field Corp LLC is showing up in Arizona. Keeping eyes on this because the theory is, like in Colorado, the thesis would be passwords leak. So now what do you need? You need physical access. All right, well, if you're an election worker and you have physical access and you have the passwords and you're a compromised person, you've got all the components you need. And who has access? In Arizona, there was this guy who allegedly stole a key fob. But when he was working, it looks like he was working for maybe a more legitimate company. Nevertheless, the DOJ will be here in Arizona, and you see federal monitors are coming here. We're going to have in Apache, Pima, Yuma, and Arizona, and so they'll be here very soon. Kari Lake looking pretty good now in Arizona. We're happy about those new polls that seemingly show her race tightening up, and so we'll keep our eye on what's happening in Arizona as well.